This episode contains disturbing sexual content. If you're triggered, please don't watch it. This is going to be a difficult episode. If you've been following my Twitter, you'll see that I got into a bit of a fight with Wودmن over some public allegations I found against him by Eva Burger. My conversations with Pierre were not very helpful, so I got Eva on the podcast to talk about it properly. How are you doing, Eva?
Hi, I'm nervous.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, how did you get into porn? Like, because you're from Russia.
Yes, I'm from Russia.
But you live in Europe now.
I lived in a small city from very religious family. I didn't speak about sex. I had first kiss, like it's important details, like at 90 years old, and quite late lost my virginity. So it's, you know, why I came to the porn, it's a complex question. First sight, I didn't have that much experience in sex. I didn't have any kind of sexual education. And second point, I've been from very, very family who doesn't allow me to speak about sex. So it was some kind of education for me.
I think that's quite common, that people that have conservative backgrounds, they go the opposite.
Yes. So breaking bad from good girl to bad girl. Also, I think it's important to say, I lost my father when I was student. So maybe I'm not psychologist, but maybe I needed some male attention, extra attention.
Yeah.
Because when he died, I went to porn in 1 year. How I get into porn? First of all, I was doing nude photo shoot when I was student. I was studying a pedagogical university, and I started to do some nude photo shoots even before my father died, basically. And when he died, I went to St. Petersburg. I was working there in a gym club as administrator. And it was really poor life in St. Petersburg, really, really small money. And I was looking for some modeling shooting because I like it, this kind of modeling shooting. And one Japanese journal found me, and I did some nude shooting there. And I got not a lot. I got my month's salary for one shooting. So I decided okay, I will go for modeling, I will go for nude shooting, for writing shooting. And step by step, I started to do more open legs shooting, more girl shooting, and I went to boy-girl shooting. It was invitation step by step. And I worked maybe 2 or 3 years, I don't remember correctly, in Russia. I worked for Russian production, and I also worked for Lego porno in St. Petersburg. And after that, my agent from St. Petersburg sent me to Budapest.
Okay.
So it's if we ask reason why, so there is a complex of psychologist reason, my family reason, I had some kind of abusing relationship, desire to learn sex.
But you wanted to be in porn.
I wanted to be in porn.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a porn star. I wanted to be actress. I wanted to learn sex education because I didn't know that. You know, it was forbidden for me to speak about that, and we in my family, we didn't speak about that. I was really good girl, teacher of literature.
I think it's worth saying that I think porn production in Russia is illegal.
Yeah.
And
it's illegal.
My impression of the Russian porn industry is that they pay the girls very low amounts of money. They produce the scene and then they sell them to European companies for a higher price.
Russian, how to say it? I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
Okay,
and
it's
I'm
okay,
losing
please.
my words. So, I worked for Lego porn in Russia.
Okay, yeah.
And there was a producer, Italian guy, and he shoot Russian actress with Russian actors, and he sell it to official site. So it was a hiding production, but everybody knows when St. Petersburg it's a capital of porn and a lot of production shoot there. I wanted to be a star. I wanted to be a model. I want to be a porn actress. I want to, show to the world what I'm beautiful, sexy. I want to have male attention.
Okay.
I have ambition to win, porn Oscar or whatever is it.
Yeah, no, that's the best type. Like a lot of people get in for money, and it's like.
And also, of course, it's important. Of course, I needed money because in my condition, I was quite poor in St. Petersburg. I was very skinny because I didn't have that, money for that's why I started to do modeling shooting, because I was tall and super skinny. So for me, now we look like it's small money, 200 euro for DP for Lego porno, but for me it was
200 euros for DP.
I remember I went to restaurant for this money. I celebrate my birthday in restaurant. I feel like I'm rich, I'm cool. I got my luck. I think in Russia there is a lot of poor people and beautiful women who will be happy to get extra 200, 300 euro, and they also maybe don't know about real prices.
Yeah,
I came to Budapest. I had an agent in St. Petersburg, and I have agency in Budapest.
Okay.
So I came there. First of all, it's very important to say, I think, for understanding my situation, I did everything by myself. I did visa by myself. I paid for these passport, tickets, test, model house. So it was my money. I invested my money there. And actually, I came to Budapest with big ambition to be a porn star and with zero money. And I went to model house. It's a house where model lives with many rooms. Sometimes we live two bodies in one room, in one bed.
Yeah.
I was living with Marcus and Dupree.
Marcus Dupree, yeah.
In one room. So actually you live in model house, made a test, and was waiting what all world will be. For me, I will have a lot of shootings. I will be super.
Because you had a lot of shootings in Russia.
I had a lot of shootings in Russia, and I don't know, I have maybe a high self-confidence and big ambition. I thought I have a lot of energy. I can show my talents. I can show I'm the best. And when I came to Budapest, also my agent from St. Petersburg, he said you will be super popular. Just work for Pierre, work for Rocco, work for big names, and you will be bomb. So I was coming star is coming, And when I came, I did test, medical test, photo test. I was nothing happened. Nothing happened. I had some solo shoot for some production. It was you waiting. I didn't have that. I was thinking I will have shooting every day, but I was maybe I have 1, 2, couple shootings, and I was mostly waiting. And my agent in St. Petersburg, he said Pierre Wودmن will make you star. Will make you be a porn star and whatever. And when I came to Budapest, my agent said to me Pierre saw you and he didn't like you. He didn't want to shoot you. He saw me on the first day I arrived from airport to model house, and he came immediately to this model house and he saw me. I was with glasses. I was tired from airport. Didn't look well. I don't know what it was, but he said he didn't like me. He didn't want to shoot. So my atmosphere, like I said, lonely. No friends there, no money, not that much shooting. Big names don't want to shoot me, Pierre doesn't want to shoot me. No language, new country, know your home, you live in model house with another people.
And how old were you?
I was it was 2014, so I was 25, 26.
Okay.
But
So like an adult, but
I was adult.
So a lot of girls are much younger than you when they start, I would say.
But my first kiss was at 19. So
yeah.
maybe I'm a little bit slower than
It's
others.
okay. There's no. I think it's better that you are older.
Yes, and my big ambitions became like smaller and smaller because I lost my self-confidence, and I also didn't have a good relationship with my agent.
Why was that?
For me she was quite tough,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like big mama boss, and she was very bossy, and I was scared of her. One time I had situation like we went to negotiation about details of shooting. I think I was asking about will I have some shooting or when it's happened, and she said to me something like, if you don't like something, no, she doesn't say that. She said like, go to model house right now, pick up your bags and leave. So it was like this, and me, I'm like, I didn't realize my dream. I don't have home.
And you had no money, you said.
And I have no money.
So you couldn't even fly home.
Yeah, I was so scared. I was in the day on some shooting, and I was shaking like I have to finish somehow this shooting, and I have to back to model house, and I have to pick up all my stuff, how I will do it, where I have to go. So I was scared of my agent. We didn't have good, let's say, connections, and I was scared to negotiate with her. I was scared she can send me home at any time and stuff like this. So that was atmosphere. I came to model house, and she said to me like, I asked a lot, Pierre, finally take second look at you. It was like maybe after 2 or 3 weeks of me waiting for him, some second look to you. It's only me who can do it for you. I will do it for you. No, nobody else can speak with him for you. And I asked him a lot to take a look at you, and he said like, okay, he will take a look at you. So dress up like in 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever. I don't remember details on conversation, but she said to me like something like, you have your last chance to get this job. Go to meeting, kind of interview. But I didn't even know it will be interview. I will just meet and speak. So I dress up. I pick up a dress of one of my friend. It's not even my dress. Pick up, put high heels. Marcus was there near to me.
Marcus Dupree.
Yeah, Marcus Dupree. And we went to some hotel. So I was like, okay, imagine my last chance to make impression. How to say it in English, right?
No, that's exactly right.
To impress Pierre.
Yeah.
To impress Pierre. Maybe my last chance to become popular, to get more shooting, to work with big guys. I was meeting in a cafe. In this hotel, something we have tables, we sit. There was Pierre, Julia, me.
And Julia is your agent, just in case
Yes.
people don't know.
And Marcus. And it was quite awkward meeting because we were like sitting. We didn't speak that much. Julia said something to Pierre, and Pierre was like, it was a really awkward conversation. I kept silence. And I saw some boys, actors, sitting far away. They didn't sit with us.
Just Marcus.
Yeah. So when he said, like, let's go for interview, I was prepared, like, it will be just interview, probably. And maybe if he will finally likes me, if he will impressed by me, if he, if I will impress him, probably he will shoot me, but it's not guarantee. It's interview, so I even didn't clean myself that much. So cleaning before anal sex and stuff. Can we say it on YouTube?
No, it's okay. We can say everything.
So So, and I said to myself, okay, it's my last chance. I didn't have that much shooting. I don't have that much money. I have big ambition. I want to be rich and famous, and it's big director, so I have to do everything to impress him, so he will shoot me. Mm-hmm. And it was interview. He asked me a lot of questions, and I did my best to, I was so playful, and
I could see, like, I was like, oh my God, I wish every girl in porn behaved like this. It was like so much flirting and charisma. But when we were watching the video, so like you said, you were trying to impress him.
Yeah.
But I think some of those interview questions are worth talking about. Like, I think you made some notes before.
Yeah.
Because watching it with you and seeing your reactions was so different to when I watched it. Like, when I watched it, I thought, okay, like, she's playing, like, the interview's probably staged. But I didn't realize that you were genuinely trying to impress him.
And also, I was prepared. We spoke with models who work with them, and I think maybe I spoke with some of my agent. Like, he will ask you a question about your like limits and stuff, and in one point, if you will say no to many things, he will be not interested to shoot you. If you're boring, let's say that, if you're boring, if you just no, he have nothing to do with you. And actually, he said it to me to interview. Like, when he asked me about slapping on face and choking, I said, I'm not like so much into it. And he said like something like, oh,
you're in the wrong house, I think.
Yes,
you came to the wrong place.
You came to the wrong place. So you have to...
So with everything you knew, that was like...
Say yes if you want to work with him, but in the same position, he might repeat with you this thing which you approved on interview.
Oh, really?
Like, for example, of course, like, for example, if you ask on interview, do you like pissing? And you say yes, so probably he will do it on shooting. So I was really in complicated situation. In one point, I needed to have his shooting.
You needed it because of the money and
fame and money, and because agency said it's important guy. If you want to be a porn star, you have to be there. And in another point, I didn't want to do many things. He asked sometimes very like painful questions.
Yeah, I saw that he wasn't sensitive.
Yeah, about private life.
Like, he asked you a question where you said it was a really traumatic story. I would tell us about your first boyfriend if you want to.
Yeah. My first boyfriend was like grown guy. I was like 19. He was like 33 or something, married guy. And he was abusive. Mm-hmm. He was jealous, and he burned me by cigarettes.
I mean, you showed in the video. You showed the scars.
Still have it. It looks a little bit better.
Yeah,
but I still have it. So, and he was like, first sex with him was anal sex, and that's all. He did just anal sex with me and something like this because he said he doesn't want me to lose my virginity because he can't marry me and divorce his wife. So, and he was like doing a lot of alcohol. He was drinking a lot. And yeah, it was scary experience. It was like my first man ever. So, and he asked me about, Wودmن asked me about that experience. And he also said like, she likes to be burned. I was prepared, like probably he will repeat something on shooting.
So you thought if you said like one of your fantasies, that he would use that in the shoot because you'd said it's a fantasy. I
didn't have any crazy wild fantasy which he can like, So when he said, what is your fantasy? I know if I said something, I don't want to say something crazy or extreme because he will repeat it. I don't want nothing. I want like classic. I like classic sex,
Yeah.
In 3 positions. But I have to keep his interest. So I said to myself, I have to say something not realistic. So we cannot do it on this casting today. So he will not use it like I said my fantasy and he repeated.
So that's why you said you want him to like permanently scar you with like cigarettes.
First, I said I want a strap-on Rocco. It's of course we cannot do it right now, and probably we can never do it. You know, so one, he laughs, he like it, but he was still asking me about what is your fantasy. I was like, oh my God, what he will never do today, what he will never do. Like, I said about my abusing boyfriend about this mark, and I said like, I want you to put a mark on me. I know he will never do it. It's illegal. It's like scamming people and something like that.
And it's like you used your trauma to defend yourself.
I used my
trauma. That must have been a very difficult thing.
I used my trauma to defend myself, like something what can protect me. But he was still asking me about fantasy. When I said about pissing, I said like pissing is fine. So, and he did pissing scene.
Yeah.
So I thought if I say no to something or stop or cut, they will be mad on me. And it means I can't.
I also heard that they then, because in my tweet I said that this looks like a surprise gangbang, but obviously the guys have been booked, so it can't be a surprise. And you must be planning a gangbang for that day. Otherwise, why would the guys be there?
But what means casting? I came for interview. You know,
and you had to
try my best. I'm in front of my agent. I'm in front of a big director. And they say to me directly what will happen with me right now. So it's hard to say no in my position. So, but it's not, it's something like, you know, so it's really tricky, this kind of casting. I want to know what will be on shooting, before shooting. It was like a shame for me to say no, to stop, because it means I'm problematic actress. It means...
Why did you think that?
Because it was like a myth behind Slavic porn stars, like strong actress never complain, strong actress never cut, strong actress shoot without stop.
This is just something that was generally told to you?
Yes, it was like...
Or by someone specific?
I think it also came from maybe agents, in Russia some agents, maybe some directors, and somehow, slowly, and we've been like proud on, like, we can do hard work and never complain, never stop. For me, it was like nonsense to stop. What means stop? It means I'm complicated. They will be mad on me. They will never book me anymore. No, I'm strong. I can survive. I will do my best, no matter I'm in pain. It's my job. My job be in pain.
Wow.
Something like, it's a job. It's a hard job. Do not stop, or they will, you know, you understand me. Also, second technique, when you're in pain, you smile. When I used to have hardcore, and not just me, some Slavic actresses also, audience must think it always okay. Because if audience will see you in cry or something like this, they will not watch it, and maybe you will not be popular. So when you're in pain, you smile. Everything is okay. Everything goes, I'm good. It's all cool. Fine. I'm good. Yes. My fans, I love it.
Can I read you a text message that my friend sent me the other day?
Yeah.
Because I think you'll be interested to hear what the producers say to European models. Okay.
Okay.
So my friend was doing a shoot, and she was pressured into anal, just with a toy, but she doesn't do it, or it wasn't agreed beforehand. So she's like, you know, no. And I'll read you the exact quote. And obviously, it's a small industry. The same producer that will have said to like you that, oh, you're strong, like strong Slavic model, said, for 30 euros, I can have a Ukrainian do whatever I want.
Yeah.
So they tell you to be strong.
Yeah.
And then they tell the European models, like, they pressure them in a different way, you know, like, well, I can get a Ukrainian to do it. I can get a Russian to do it. Did you really sell your virginity, by the way?
Yeah, I was like 21 or 22. My first love didn't want to have a vaginal sex with me. And I just got frustrated, tired of my virginity. And I decided to just make a deal and get out of it. So I found a man on the internet. We made a deal. It was something like 200 or 300 euro. And I went to hotel and he just did it. That's all.
How did that feel?
It feels like I'm free now. I can have sex now.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait for prince. I don't have to wait for love of my life. I'm an independent woman now, something like this.
That's
But
interesting.
it's actually not. I started my sexual life really painful with everything, you know. With my first boyfriend.
The first boyfriend sounded
who
traumatic.
burned my arms after I saw it. So, and after I went porn. Also, what I remember, what reception came, I was screaming so loud. What reception came.
This was a very interesting point.
They knocked at the door and Woodman came. It was in another room.
Because it sounded like someone being killed, didn't it? Like, those screams were terrifying.
And he spoke with them and we continue. So probably they know him.
Yeah. And it's crazy that like you would hear those screams and just go, oh, it's Woodman, it's fine.
Yeah. When he started to do his first movement on the chair, he started to slap me very hard on my back and on my ass. I was like, fuck, I'm fucked.
You thought you'd made a mistake?
I'm fucked. Like it will be, like I did gangbangs.
Mm-hmm.
For Lego porn, for example.
But there's like sex is different to someone hitting you.
It's not same. They think what he was doing with me, it was for me quite extreme, and I didn't know what it was painful. I didn't know what to wait from him. Like he put his leg in my mouth, he put a leg on my face, and after, he like beat my breast by his legs, like all this. So it was like a wave. It was like a roller coaster, and I was like, "Okay, I'm fucked. It will be very hard. It will be very hard, but I will survive because I'm a strong actress. I will not complain. Everybody will be happy. I will be porn actress. I will not back home with no money and something like this." But I was shocked. I was like, "Fuck."
It hurt.
Yeah, it was too much. I used slapping. But he was like, I was like, wow. And I fought on the chair. It will be like for 2-3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, it's 2-3 minutes. It's just beginning. Mm-hmm. And after it will be fine. And he continue and continue and continue. And I thought like, when he will stop, and scene was long,
Mm-hmm.
We like finish. I'm very happy we finish. He continued with pissing. We finished with pissing. I thought like it's okay. He continued with slapping. I thought we finished with. So it was like.
But your bum is so red, and like you can see damage, like there's skin damage, and you're trying to cover your ass so he can't slap you, and he's just moving your hands out of the way and continues to hit you.
Yeah.
And it would have to be a very comprehensive list. Because kicking, spitting, licking his ass, deep throat blowjob. Apparently I heard deep choking. At one point I saw them suffocating you with a pillow.
Yeah, it was Marcos.
Yeah.
It was Marcos Dupree.
Looked so violent.
Yeah, they put a pillow on me like this.
Yeah. How did that feel?
Shocked. I was like, I'm fucked, but I will survive. I will do it.
Like there was a moment in the video when you were bleeding out of your ass,
and I feel something, and I'm like,
sorry, I'm a little bit sick. Yeah. So there's a moment where you're bleeding out of your ass. Mm-hmm. And they just continue.
Yeah.
And my understanding is you can't show blood in a porn video. And I don't know why Visa and MasterCard are allowing blood on Woodman's site, but not on other people's. But it looks so horrific when you're bleeding. And they don't stop and give you a rest.
I was leaving him in model house in the same.
What was that like?
Oh, yeah. No, he was quite rude with girls. And he had huge ambition to be a porn star. He was nice with agency. He was nice with.
He was a good performer, but he was very aggressive.
Good performer. He was very, very. How to say? He gave a lot of compliments to Pierre, to Rocco. Like, you are the best. I want to be like you. Like, kind of.
And that's what he did. He moved to America and.
Yeah, and he was really tough with girls. Like, I saw how he was speaking with girls in model house. Like, go there, go there, there. He like tried to fox me. And for him it was like normal. When I was in my room in model house.
What, he would just walk in?
Yes, he just walk me and like take off and put the dick in my pussy. So I was like,
That's...
So it was normal. It was okay. So he was like...
that's normal?
And yeah.
Did you want to have sex?
Marcos, no. And he did it in St. Petersburg.
So he had sex with you even though you didn't want him to?
I mean, he was like, I was like, Marcos, stop. But he was like, it was, how to say?
But if you say...
Yeah, we like stopped, but it was like easy for him. We were in one bed, of course. And it was really easy for him to try to, And we did, I had the incident before with him in St. Petersburg. We worked for Lego Porno Russian filial, let's say that. And he worked with actress. And it didn't go well. So he up to my room. And he was like, suck me a little bit because I'm not hard. I was not on shooting. It wasn't my day of shooting. I said to him, like, no, Marcos, come on, I don't want to do it. And he got mad. Like, come on. Da. So he's like, he's a little bit with the girls, how to say, over limit, let's say that. And after when I've been in model house in the room, he made a photo of me and sent it to Pierre. I think he made photo like his dick in my ass, and he was like, let's do it for Pierre. I'm in a good connect with Pierre. I can ask him to shoot you. Let's do it for Pierre. Let me to put it. Yes, I will do it for Pierre. So it was like, okay, for Pierre, yeah. And how it stopped? We met with Pierre. First of all, it's important to say I had different experience in porn. After when I came to Budapest, another like style production booked me. Metard booked me. DDF booked me.
Normal.
Babies
normal
booked
porn.
Me. Yeah, it's like, and I remember, I think Metard booked me. We went to Tenerife for shooting. It's Prague team. And I was like, wow. It can be like this. Nice shooting, nobody beat me. People ask me how I am. They cook food, they like, and I'm like, whoa, sex can be like this.
Yeah.
Sex can be like this.
That's normal porn, isn't it?
And that shooting for sex art with Thomas, it became popular. So I'm like,
Vic Thomas are great, really great people.
I'm like, it can be nice, really sensual, beautiful shooting, which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
With very respectful people. It can still make your money and fame. So you don't have to like...
Yeah, and like those videos are more pop. You get more famous with Thomas than you do with Woodman.
I don't have to sacrifice myself to that kind. And I got another shooting, got experience, and I'm like... I remember DDF booked me for BDSM scene. I remember that episode. I think it was with Julian. And they wanted me to be a little bit submissive. Like,
but it's...
Little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit. Like nothing.
Because it's on film, so it's acting. We don't need to be... Like, in a Hollywood movie, this is the thing. Woodman keeps saying, it's Hollywood, it's consensual. So, like... But in a Hollywood movie, we pretend to slap and we use special effects to make the ass red. Yeah. We don't need to beat girls up.
And then it was girl, something like this. She started to little bit slap me. I went to tears. I start to cry and I got hysteria. And Julian like, stop, what's happened? And then I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this beating. I can't do this anymore.
Wow.
He stopped and he changed the script. And after that, I realized that's all, finito. And after maybe in 2 years, I met Pierre on shooting. It was shooting for Indian production. I was full in bright makeup on Brew Babes, big building. There's a lot of studios.
I remember, yeah.
And he was, with Pierre, I think I had like some kind of special connection because for me it was like very nice, sympathetic guy who will invite you for the dinner, who will be like...
Yeah, tell us about that, because after the first scene...
Yeah.
You must have been pretty traumatized, but then you said, like, he was very sweet to you after that.
After first scene, he picked up me to model house. After we went to restaurant, and he was acting like my best friend. I was lonely in that time in Budapest, and he was like giving me some advices, telling me some rumors about don't work with this, don't work with that, and giving me meals. And I was like, oh, I found like a close person here, and what's very important.
Do you think he was being nice, or do you think that was a manipulation?
I think it was manipulation. And in his speech, he was telling me about like, something like he made big names in porn. He was telling like, I made her name, I made her name, I made her name, but now this girl...
She made her name. She's doing the fucking.
What he was telling me on the dinners, like I made her name, and after she left and she started to speak badly about me. I had so much bad stories. I give to these models everything. I'm trying my best. I'm giving the job, and now they're speaking bad about me. And I was like, oh, such a nice guy. I will never be like this. I will be very grateful for him to give me opportunity. So he made me think like he made my name, even if I work it 2 years. Like I'm very grateful for him. He is like my, I'm like his property, some kind of. And this kind of special connection, I don't know, maybe it's
like syndrome. I abused you, but look what I did for you.
Yeah, he's like, and even now, after 9 years, he texted me on my Twitter, it's my duty to be thankful to people who gave you a job after so many years.
How much did you make for that scene that we watched?
As I remember, it was something like around 800 euro, 800 or 900, less than 1,000. From 700, 800, so something like this. And I also paid percent to the agency, as I remember. So we spoke about the last meeting with Pierre. Indian production, we met. He invited me to model house. He picked me up to model house. And after he called me like, I have a shooting for you. It's been like 2 years since we worked together. So, and this is very interesting situation because I was like, of course, Pierre, it's my... I'm his body, we have special connection. I'm very grateful. It's Pierre. We are friends. We're close friends. Of course, Pierre, of course. So I wake up at morning. I did all this cleaning preparation, cleaning, shaving, everything. And I was on my couch, fully dressed, go out to the shooting. He was waiting me outside on the street. He texted me like, I'm here. Go out, and I just cannot go out from my flat. My body was stuck. I was like frozen. I said like, I can't go there.
Was it fear?
It was like, I just can't. It's like, I should not go there.
I guess you'd seen the good side of porn.
Yes.
And enjoyed it.
I got good experience. I enjoy it. And now, even if it's like my duty to work with you, as you said, because you made my name and you are my nice friend.
Do you think anyone can enjoy what you experienced?
With Wudmn? Look, I'm not into that much BDSM models, so I don't know. I don't know. I think it can be quite far from BDSM.
That's not BDSM.
I also had BDSM shooting. It's not this.
BDSM is very consensual. It's very codified. Consent is such an important part of BDSM.
So I was speaking about the day I stuck, and I said to him, I cannot go there. And I said something like, I didn't feel well. I don't want to go there. And he was so mad.
What did you say?
And he was like, I booked the guys, I booked the place, I'm waiting for you, where are you? But I was like, I had no respectful reason to go there, to not go there, to go there too.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't feel well, I can't go.
But you know what? This is the thing. When the shoot is booked and you know everything, you can make a decision quietly on your own. And you arrive at a different conclusion, don't you?
And you can say no in last minute.
You can say no.
From your home, not from his hotel room in front of...
with all the guys waiting for their money. Yeah.
So I was like hiding, and I said, he went mad. And after he said a lot of interesting things about me on his forum. So my nice friend, who invited me on, in a cafe, who pretend to be like a friend, on forum, like I'm crazy. And he said, I didn't go there because I had another job to do. I didn't have nothing. I was like all day free, and I just can't go there.
Yeah, I don't know what to think, to be honest. Like, how do you feel?
Tired, but
people don't realize that this is, what time is it?
It's 4 or 5 a.m.
Okay. So it's 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah.
We started at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Oh, yeah, we finished.
That was hard, wasn't it?
That was very hard.